what's up, guys? Welcome to this MYXclusive interview. I am VJ Aid. For today, we have an international guest joining us all the way from London. She is signed under Gingerbread Man Records of Ed Sheeran. She has an upcoming debut album called You Signed Up for This, and it's about to drop this coming August 27. And we're so excited to know more about the latest music video that she also dropped, which is the one for Psycho. And it was also co-written with Ed Sheeran and Steve Mack. Please welcome back to this MYXclusive interview, Maisie Peters. Woo-hoo.
Hey guys, hey.
Hi, welcome back. The last time you were interviewed by Mix was, I think, last year. That was with another VJ. So we're so excited to have you back here, Maisie. Can you greet all of your Filipino fans watching right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi guys. I'm such a big fan of you guys. One of my best friends is Filipino, and I'm really obsessed with the culture, and I can't wait to come over. So I'm super happy to be here.
Ooh, okay, interesting. What's the name of your best friend?
Her name is Tina. Maria Christina Heisen, and she's my keys player. Actually, she plays in my band.
Oh my gosh, how long have you known each other?
We've known each other a long time now. She's been in my band, I think, since for like 3 years, maybe. So we've been playing together for a long time. And yeah, she lives really close to me, so we're super good friends. I'll probably see her soon, but maybe tonight.
Oh, I love that even though you're in London, you still have that Filipino connection going on because of your best friend. But have you ever been to the Philippines?
I've not. I can't believe I've never been. It's truly such a bucket list thing. I can't wait to go one day, but obviously just the world's been a little bit shut down in recent years. But yeah, no, I really can't wait to go.
You should. And you should bring your friend to Tina. That would be amazing. But now, Maisie, let's talk about everything that, that has happened since our last interview back in November. You've dropped John Hughes movie, and then there's Psycho, and then there are music videos out. And also there's an upcoming debut album. So we're so excited for that. But before that, okay, let's talk about being signed to Gingerbread Man Records. So can you please go back to that day when you found out that you were going to be signed in Ed Sheeran's label?
Yeah, it's a crazy journey from meeting him for the first time at the beginning of 2020 and working together and becoming really good friends and collaborators, and then sort of deciding to sign. It's just been a really crazy journey, but Ed's the nicest, most sweetest, generous person ever, and working with Gingerbread has been so easy and so fun, and they're just the best team. So it's been amazing.
Was there something that you discovered about Ed Sheeran, as a fan before, just a fan? Of course, we all have our assumptions, all of our, things that we thought we knew about the artist. But then now that you're really working with him, what was it that you discovered about him?
Oh, I don't know. I think you kind of do realize firsthand how generous he is. He truly, with his time and with everything about himself, he's just so happy and eager to help anybody and anyone. And he's truly, I think I knew this beforehand, but I've really seen it firsthand. He's just such a hard worker, and he works the hardest out of everyone I know. And he's also Ed Sheeran. He really doesn't need to. But yeah, he's amazing.
And now, you have worked on a song with him called Psycho. It's now out. Everybody's loving it. I'm not sure if you've seen the comments. Women are coming together. They love the concept of how, even though it talks about a guy who's kind of cheating, the girl isn't mad at the other girl. Instead, the girls are coming together, especially in the music video. So can you tell us more about the song, about the concept of the music video?
Yeah, so I guess what should I start with here? The song was written with myself and Ed, and was written after some shady things went down in my life, and I was talking to Ed about it, and I had this idea of, if you thought I was crazy about you then, you have no idea how crazy I can get now. And then we had the title Psycho, and we had that idea, and then we went into the studio a few days later with our friend Steve, and he already had that kind of riff, the do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So we wrote the song super quickly in probably like half an hour, just came flooding out, and we recorded it, and it sounded great. And then with the music video, I knew I wanted to do something that was kind of like my music video for John Hughes' movie, which felt really like fun and exciting, and like the music videos I grew up watching as a kid, like Stacey's Mom and You Belong With Me. And I wanted to sort of have that energy, that MTV energy, but also do something kind of like dark and macabre and like with a sort of scary twist. So the Psycho music video ended up being sort of, I'd worked on the idea with a director called Louis Bose, and we had this idea to have a sort of cottage industry of like me and all of my clones, or all of these girls who were dressing up as me and basically playing mind games on my poor cheating boyfriend.
And I know people might have different interpretations about the ending, but how about for you? Like, what do you imagine happening after that last scene where, everyone's kind of ganging up behind the guy, and everyone's there in the basement? Like, what do you imagine happening after that?
I think that's really, I'm leaving that to the imagination of everybody else. Everyone else can decide. But I feel like, I'm not sure if he's leaving the basement alive, let's just say.
Well, I think, we're imagining the same thing as well. Okay, now let's talk about your upcoming album. Of course, this is just a sneak peek to you signed up for this. Let's talk about the title first. Where did the title "You Signed Up for This" come from?
Yeah, so it came from, I wrote the opening track for the album. I wrote it with a friend of Michael Joe Rubel, who I write a lot. I wrote lots of this album with, and I really wanted to write a song specifically to open the album and sort of to act as if like a first chapter or the sort of opening song. So yeah, we wrote that song on the last day. We went away for a month last summer to write the album, and this was the last song we did. And as soon as we kind of did it, we did it super quickly. And that verse, the first verse was almost like a joke, but as soon as we did it and we finished it, I just knew that it was going to be the opening song for the album. And I also think I knew pretty quickly that was the title of the album, "You Signed Up for This." It was originally actually, I'm sorry to make it about myself again, but "You Signed Up for This," and that was way too long. So it became "You Signed Up for This." And yeah, it's always been the title. It's never changed, which I think is really cool. And yeah, it was sort of very easily decided upon.
Mm-hmm. How would you describe like the whole theme of the album?
I think the album sort of has two themes. It's like a really romantic, teenage, heady, nostalgic sort of dreamscape theme to it. And then there's like a very sort of with a lot of like sweet naivety. And then there's also an undercurrent of growing up and sort of the resentment and crash landing you get when you realize that people aren't as they seem and the world isn't as it seems. And I think they sort of play against each other.
Mm-hmm. Now, I got the honor of, viewing the track list now, and I can't seem, I can't help but notice that you have, like, old school references here. Like, of course, you've released John Hughes movie, and then there's the Elvis song. And, coming from someone as young as you, that's very refreshing to see that, you're making references to these classics. So we'd just like to know, like, where did you get these influences from?
I think all over the place. I think, Elvis is that was a song, sort of a song like steeped in nostalgia for me. And that whole song on my album, the other song, is a song all about sort of nostalgia and missing somebody and not knowing if you made the right decision. And I think Elvis just seems like the very fitting music to sort of soundtrack my song that sings about that. But yeah, I think I'm super inspired by a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and we can definitely see that here in the album. But now let's talk about, you mentioned earlier that one of your pegs was like, "You Belong With Me," that kind of music video. And let's talk about Taylor Swift now. She has been very vocal about being your fan, along with Sam Smith, Phoebe Bridgers. So we'd like to know, like, is there any plans, or are there any plans on collaborating with her? Have you met her? Have you talked to her?
No, we've never met. We've never chatted. But I am the biggest ever Swiftie, so I'm sure one day it will happen. And I'll be able to say thank you in person, which would be amazing. But I would love to. I would do anything for Taylor Swift. But yeah, I would love to meet her one day and get, work on something, or even just say hello would be amazing.
Now, aside from those names, like Taylor Swift, of course, Ed Sheeran, Phoebe Bridgers, Sam Smith, James Bay, whom you've already collaborated with. Who else would you like to collaborate with?
I'm a huge Casey Musgraves fan. I think she's incredible. I've grown up on her music, and I truly think she's one of the best artists of our generation. So I would love to work with Casey on music for her or music for me. I just think she's incredible.
Oh, we'll look forward to that now that we've manifested Maisie Peters and Casey Musgraves in the future. Now, let's talk about your collaboration with James Bay Funeral. You have performed it as well live on the James Corden show. So, can you tell us about this collaboration? Like, how did it come about? Were you a James Bay fan from before?
I was, yeah. I've been a big James Bay fan for a long time. I saw him play in Brighton when I was like 15, 16. And it was an amazing show. I went with my mom, and he was incredible, and it was super inspiring. And I loved his first album. I loved all of his albums. I loved his first album. And then when I was making the soundtrack, I knew I wanted this song Funeral to be a duet. And so I reached out to James. I sent him a very sweet email where I sort of outlined the concept for the song and the show and why I wanted him to write it with me and be on it with me. And luckily he agreed. And yeah, it was a highlight of my career, really, working with James and making that song with him and performing it for James Corden. James Bay is just truly like the nicest man, and he's so talented. He's so nice. I just work with a lot of lovely men, but James Bay is just a wonder, and he's so talented. I truly wish him. Hope he's around forever.
Same here. I'm a huge fan as well. But speaking of talented, you are one of the youngest people to ever curate or like do a soundtrack for a whole season of a show. I'm talking about Trying. So now that you've done that, like, what else are you eyeing in the future? Like, would you want to do a soundtrack for a movie? Probably another season of one of your favorite shows?
Yeah, I would love to do that. I'd love to do a soundtrack for film. I really enjoyed making the soundtrack for Trying, and I definitely want to do it again. So I would love to work on film or another TV show that feels different. Yeah, I'm really open to anything, really. I think anything that takes you out of your comfort zone is really cool to do. And as I said, I loved making the Trying soundtrack. So I'd really be up for doing another one.
Is there any show right now that you're a fan of, you're binge watching probably, that you'd want to maybe contribute to the soundtrack of?
I mean, I love Succession, but I don't think they need Maisie Peters to help them write their soundtrack. I'm pretty sure they're all good. But I'm super excited for Succession season 3. I think we're on now.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be looking forward to that. More projects for you, more out of the box projects for you as well. But for now, I would like to ask for a special message to all of your Filipino fans who are watching right now and waiting for you to come here and perform for us in the future.
Yeah, for sure. I want to say hi, guys. Thank you so much for sort of sticking around and listening to my music. I really do miss you all so much. And I can't wait to come to the Philippines and see you all and hug you all. Hopefully, it's been so long. But thank you so much for listening to my music. And I'm the biggest fan of you as well. So I hope we get to hang out soon.
Thank you so much, Maisie, and to everyone watching right now on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Kumu, and TikTok. Vote for Maisie Peters' music videos on our official website, mixph.com, so it can enter our Mix chart. So thank you so much once again, Maisie, for joining us all the way from London, and congratulations on your music videos, and congratulations in advance for your upcoming album. You signed up for this. Please do stream the singles that are out now to everyone watching right now. But that is it for our MYXclusive interview with Maisie. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, I'm VJ IE from the #1 music channel in the Philippines, Mix. Thank you, Maisie.